for school choice for the 2025-2026 school year are now open.
This year, the application window will close February 21st at noon. The school choice program informs families about choice schools and programs beyond their zoned school, highlighting what each has to offer and the application priorities for each. Now, there's a support line for interested families to call if they have questions, and there will also be on-site and virtual support events.
The new legislative session has begun in the Palmetto State. A number of pre-filed bills have already found their way to committees.
One such bill has educators and administrators concerned. A Web Wright is here to tell us about House Bill 3216, which would mandate recording of all classroom activities in the state of South Carolina. Webb.
And those concerns are centered around a number of issues, including student privacy and extra incurred costs for video equipment. But the bill sponsor says the intent is to keep, quote, rogue teachers from teaching lessons that are, quote, out of bounds.
My technical legal assessment is this bill is nonsense.
But Bill Representative Mike Burns says the bill protects kids. Opponents say it does anything but.
A lot of this trans stuff has been promulgated through some of the rogue teachers to the students without the parents' knowledge, indoctrinate students, abuse that the parents wouldn't want the kids exposed to, sexual ideology, all of this stuff that the parents, they need to take care of that themselves.
Any parent who didn't want their child videotaped or recorded while in class would refuse to sign the waiver, and then there would be a contest over whether or not that was a legitimate exercise of state power over the education system.
One concern is the cost. Schools would have to cover the cost of video equipment. Burns says most schools already have the equipment. Educators disagree.
They might have to have more of what they got, but it's not like you're going to have to go out and start everything and buy everything for every classroom. That's a stretch to try to get out of it.
I think that would certainly be an extra expense, and it would be the hardest on districts that are already suffering from a lack of resources.
As for teachers that teach these, quote, out-of-bounds lessons, they could face legal ramifications.
Maybe decided that the punishment needs to go to the school system of that particular city or county instead of directly to the teacher. All that's got to be worked out in committee. There's got to be a punishment associated with it somehow, because if you don't have punishment, why have a law?
I taught for 16 years. I didn't meet a whole lot of rogue teachers. Met a lot of people who were trying to do their best with not enough resources and usually being asked to do a lot of extra stuff by the General Assembly and by their districts.
In the end, one legal expert says he doesn't think the bill can pass.
I would be totally astonished if this bill were to pass the House. Suspect it would have even less chance in the Senate.
Now, administrators have to have signed consent from a parent or guardian for a student to be videotaped. Burns says those students who do not participate would have their faces blurred. For more on the bill, head over to our website, abcnews4.com. Working for you, Webb Wright, News 4.